Greetings from the beautiful state of Washington.
We're spending 6 full days road tripping around Washington State and exploring all 3 national parks, going on a whale watching tour, visiting the most Bavarian village in the USA, exploring Seattle, and so much more.
We are starting our trip on the Olympic Peninsula, and we are in the town of Port Townsend. So we got in early this morning. Such a beautiful little town, very Victorian feeling. The buildings are really pretty and charming, and we went and grabbed a coffee this morning at Better Living Coffee, I think it's called. Such good coffee, right on the ocean. There's a really cute atmosphere in there and just really cozy. So the reason we are in Port Townsend today is because we are going on a whale watching tour. We have been on many whale watching tours and we've seen many whales in our days. However, it has always been my husband Vince's dream to see orcas. And there's a variety of boat tours that offer those. Of course, it's never 100% guaranteed that you can see an orca, but we're really hoping today is the day. So we are going on the Puget Sound Express boat tour today from Port Townsend. I think they have 3 different locations. I know Port Townsend, one by Seattle, and then there's some others. But that's where we decided to go out of since it's on the Olympic Peninsula, and that's where we're starting our day. So let's go see if we can see some orcas today.
After getting checked in at the Puget Sound Express office, we set sail on a 4-hour boat tour. As soon as we left the harbor, I spotted a whale in the distance. I told the captain and we made our way to see it. It was a beautiful humpback whale. By law, we have to stay 100 yards away from whales. However, we were in for a big surprise.
It's right there, it's coming behind us. Oh my gosh, she's right underwater. 4 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, she's coming up behind her, 5 o'clock here, right next to the boat.
He's showing off.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay. That was amazing.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's going right under us.
On this side, it's going to turn over again. He might spray us, which would be kind of cool.
Wow.
See the gun?
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
Humpback right here.
And he kept going back and forth under our boat from side to side. We have seen many humpback whales, but this is definitely the closest we've ever been to a whale, and we were keeping our distance, but he came to us. This whale was identified as a male, and it was named Two Spot in their whale identification catalog. Since I spotted this whale, I was given unlimited drinks for the rest of the tour. Since our morning started out with such a bang, we made our way further into the sound and spotted a few more humpback whales, went and circled around a lighthouse, saw some sea lions, and we finally spotted 2 beautiful orcas.
There it is.
2 of them!
2 fins together.
There's killer whales in front of us.
These were identified as brothers. They didn't get close to us like the humpback whale did, but they were beautiful to watch from a distance.
We found the orcas!
Found the brothers.
Yeah! 2 male orcas. So
Brothers.
that's awesome.
Crazy.
You're beautiful. Goodbye, killer whales. You're beautiful. All right, we just finished up our whale watching tour. It was
awesome.
It was awesome. We saw 4 humpbacks, and I was the very first one to spot the first whale. So we had hot chocolate, apple cider, coffee, unlimited for the entire tour, so that worked out well. And then right at the end, when we were about to turn back to head back, we spotted 2 orcas. That was our goal, was to see orcas. Highly recommend a whale watching tour here in Washington because like all the bays and everything are just filled with them. So you're more than likely gonna spot some type of whales. 4-hour tour was great. So we are in swim right now, making our way over to Port Angeles where we are staying for the night. So basically our first day was the boat tour and it was a full day and it was perfect.
Port Angeles is the gateway to Olympic National Park where we're headed tomorrow. For the evening, we walked around downtown Port Angeles, climbed the Fishing Pier Tower, enjoyed some pre-dinner drinks at the Waterview Lounge at Coco Pelli Grill, and dined at Pho New Saigon in downtown Port Angeles.
Good morning, you guys. So we are starting our morning on day 2 in Olympic National Park. This is our very first time to this national park, very first time to Washington in general, so everything to us is new. But we are spending the entire day here in the park, and right outside of Port Angeles is the Hurricane Ridge Drive, and that's where we're going today, to the top of Hurricane Ridge, and probably do a little hiking and exploring and just kind of check it out before we make our way back down and around Olympic. So let's get started at Olympic National Park.
Hurricane Ridge is a 17-mile out and back road that has many different scenic pull-offs along the way and goes to Hurricane Ridge Visitor Center. And once you reach the Visitor Center, you can keep going just a little further where you can take on a hike to Hurricane Hill.
All right, we made it to the end of Hurricane Ridge, and at the end there's a trail to Hurricane Hill, which is about 3 miles round trip. We're on it right now. So far, real nice paved trail. We might do the whole thing, we might not. We're just gonna kind of walk. It's nice. It is chilly up here, so bring your hats and gloves and warm layers. But we'll see how far we go. But the views are pretty gorgeous from here. So right up there is Hurricane Hill, and the tower path just goes all the way up there. Went about halfway on Hurricane Hill Trail. So we got up to the ridge where you can see the whole views of the mountains here behind us, which are so beautiful. But I think we're good. We're gonna turn back around and head back and keep exploring Olympic. But definitely recommend getting up to this flat ridge after like the incline. Really beautiful views. And then if you want to keep going, you can. Otherwise, this is a great turnaround spot. We are at Lake Crescent here in Olympic, and the water is so clear and blue. It's beautiful. So right by Lake Crescent, you can do a hike to Marimere Falls, I think is how it's pronounced. I think it's like a 1.5 mile round trip. So we're gonna do that.
This hike to Marimere Falls is where you really start to feel Olympic's mossy forest.
I just am totally blown away by the mossy trees and forest and lushness. I just feel like I'm in like a different world. It's so different and beautiful.
This trail is a pretty popular trail as it's a relatively short and easy hike, but it's very rewarding as you hike through the green mossy forest, over rivers, and to the Marimere Falls overlook.
Beautiful little waterfall hike here in the park, so highly recommend. Very busy, of course, because it's a short, popular little hike, but definitely worth it. All right, we are at our next stop in Olympic National Park. We are down by Rialto Beach, which is on the ocean. This is gorgeous.
Rialto Beach is where you can see the famous sea stacks at Olympic. And another popular attraction here is the Hole-in-the-Wall Sea Arch, which is about a 3-mile hike on the beach just north of Rialto Beach. We decided to skip that hike and just enjoy views of the sea stacks and ocean.
Alright, our very last stop here at Olympic National Park is the Ho-Han Rainforest. And guess what? It's raining in the rainforest. So it was so busy by the visitor center, we couldn't even find parking. So we only did like a little loop through the actual rainforest area. But the whole drive in is like a rainforest, so I don't feel like we're missing out just because we didn't do the actual nature trail that's there, because this is like straight rainforest vibes everywhere as you drive in here to the rainforest. Just a heads up, if you can't find parking, it's basically a rainforest all around you, no matter what. We are in downtown Olympia. We're just gonna go grab some sushi for dinner and head to our hotel because that's where we're staying, is in Olympia tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3. Good morning. It is day 3 on our week in Washington. Today we are in Mount Rainier National Park. So we're mostly exploring like the south part of the park down by like Paradise. So that's where we're going to be spending most of our day. Now there is some cloud cover coming in and out. Can't see Mount Rainier, so I'm really hoping all these clouds break, but we're just going to enjoy what we can as we can.
A quick stop before we got to the Paradise Park area was Narada Falls. This waterfall is just a quick little hike from the parking lot and definitely a must-see. Once we arrived at the Paradise area, we ended up parking near the Henry Jackson Visitor Center and hiked the connection trails over to the Alta Vista Trail and Skyline Trail, which the Skyline is the main trail of this area. The connection trails gave us some really beautiful views of Mount Rainier, wildlife, and beautiful wildflowers.
We are standing in front of the one and only 14,000 foot mountain in Washington, Mount Rainier. It's crazy, the clouds just keep coming in and out. So that's Rainier back there, and 2 seconds ago I was able to kind of see it. Now it's gone again. So we just did the Alta Vista Trail that connects up to the Skyline Trail and back down. So it was like a loop up towards Mount Rainier and then back down. Really pretty trail, really nice little loop, and it's probably like right around a mile round trip. I'd just be ready for some serious climbing on these trails. Like it's like very vertical going up, so just get ready for some climbing. Now we're on our way to Myrtle Falls, which is right here in the Paradise area.
After the falls, we started to make the drive out of the Paradise area, stopped at Reflection Lakes, drove the Stephen Canyons Road, and made our way up the Mather Memorial Parkway Road to the Sunrise Visitor Center. But
well, you guys, we were gonna go to the Sunrise Visitor Center, but there's 2 hours worth of traffic jams in the park. And we're not gonna do that. That's insane. So we're getting in our views from the roadside.
Because the park became so busy in the afternoon, it made our day in the park pretty short, which was a total bummer, but we were not willing to sit in line for 2 hours just to get to the visitor center. So just like many other national parks, come prepared for crowds.
All right, you guys, so we're done in Mount Rainier. Kind of sad. I feel like we didn't get the full experience of Mount Rainier's National Park because of traffic. You know, there's a lot going on there in the afternoon, so definitely go early. We were there early in the Paradise area, but then once we wrapped up, it was more like noon once we wanted to go to Sunset Visitor Center, and by that time it was like too late to get into that area because it was just way too busy, so kind of bummed. But we are in Yakima now. That's where we're staying tonight. We're gonna go get some pre-dinner drinks, probably like a tap room area, and then go find a spot for dinner. It is day 4 and we're in Germany. Just kidding. We're in Leavenworth, Washington, but it feels like Bavaria, Germany, those vibes. That's what this town is known for, and it does resemble it. I've been to Germany, we've been to Austria, we're getting all those feels. It's beautiful. So we're just spending the day here basically. I'm just kind of walking around, probably gonna eat some food, some pretzels, those things, and just explore Leavenworth, Washington.
Leavenworth is the most Bavarian style village in the USA with backdrops of the Cascade Mountains.
Okay, they have legit nailed the German Bavaria vibes of this town. Every little touch of this town is Germany. And Austria, Bavaria, oh my god. Wow. This This is awesome.
This Alpine-style village is filled with specialty shops, tons of dining, and of course, beer gardens and pretzels.
We're at Rhinehouse, mimosas, beer, and we're getting a pretzel.
Woo!
Okay, we just got a pretzel. You know, these pretzels are bigger than Germany. I've never seen such a big pretzel. Wow. Alright, sorry Germany, but Leavenworth might even have the pretzels. These are really, really good. Oh my god. They're so soft and chewy, and the cheese and the mimosa. Oh. Alright, we just wrapped up at Rhinehouse, but now we're gonna go walk that off a little. So just like right outside of the main downtown area, you can walk to Blackbird Island Park, I think it's called. So we just walked over the bridge here, and now we're just gonna check out Blackbird Island Park. Okay, so we just got done doing a loop through the park, and it is like over 80 degrees, and this river is so pretty and blue and clear, and there's people swimming. So we went and got our swimsuits, and we're going swimming here in Leavenworth. All right, this is the watering hole, the Wenatchee River. Ooh. It's not bad.
She always says that.
It's not bad.
Woo!
Alright, 10 out of 10. We just went swimming and laid on the rocks and took a nap. I'm tired, but we should probably move.
Food, beer.
Back to more food and beer in Leavenworth. Oh, yes.
Cheers.
Oh my god. It's like as big as your stomach.
Yum.
We both got Big Bob brats. Ooh, they look good and smell good. We topped it with some sauerkraut and of course relish and ketchup and mustard. I hate beer, but I'm gonna try it. Alright, last but not least, gelato. And that wraps up our time here in Leavenworth. This town is the cutest, so put on your list if you're coming to Washington. You're gonna feel all the German vibes here for sure. So yeah, definitely want to come back here again someday. We'll see you guys tomorrow for day, where are we on, 5? Day 5. 5.
Oh.
Yeah, no, like, we're in vacation mode. What day is it? Hello, on day 5 here in Washington. I think it's day 5. We are in North Cascades National Park. We're just entering now, and oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This was one park that I had a feeling I would really like here. Like, this would probably be my favorite, and so far it's kind of blowing me away. So really excited to explore the park today. So yeah, we're basically driving through the whole park on the main scenic byway that goes through the park, and just doing some stops, a little bit hiking here and there as we make our way through the park. So let's get started.
We entered the park from the east end of the park from Mazama and made our way west on the North Cascades Highway. Our first stop was the Washington Pass Overlook area, which was breathtaking. Next up was a quick hike to Rainy Lake. This hike is an easy 2-mile out and back paved trail, which once you reach the end, you'll enjoy some gorgeous views of Rainy Lake.
Alright, so we are at the gorgeous Diablo Lake. If you've ever seen photos of the Cascades, you've probably seen photos of this lake because these colors are so dreamy.
The intense turquoise hue that Diablo Lake has is from the surrounding glaciers that grind rocks into fine powder, aka glacier flour, which is then carried down into the lakes and streams, which is what gives Diablo Lake its brilliant color.
If we were to rate these, it'd probably be number 1, North Cascades, and then number 2, Mount Rainier. Yeah, and then 3, Olympic, for sure. Yeah, definitely that's our order of how we'd rate these for us personally. We love North Cascades.
We did a quick drive over the Diablo Dam to the other side of Lake Diablo. It was so pretty to see the lake from the other side and down by the shore. Then we made our way to the Gorge Lake Overlook and waterfall area.
Even the rivers are turquoise blue. This is insane how beautiful the North Cascades is.
Our last stop in North Cascades is near the entrance of New Halem. Here you can walk on the suspension bridge to the Trail of the Cedars, which is an easy 0.6-mile trail that brings you through large cedar trees and vegetation, and just nearby you can take another suspension bridge to Ladder Creek Falls, which is about a half-mile trail.
We're all done at the Cascades and we are now in Bellingham, Washington. We're gonna go get some food. We're starving, so yeah, we're excited to check out Bellingham, Washington. All right, you guys, well that is a wrap on our day here in North Cascades / Bellingham. We just finished up dinner. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, you guys, so we are on our next day here and we are in Canada. Yes, we are in Vancouver, Canada, and we're spending a full day here. This was part of our trip. We wanted to come up to Vancouver. I've been here before, but I wanted to come back to explore more. And border crossing and everything went really easy. You needed to be vaccinated, have your passports. If you're not vaccinated, you could do testing. Super easy process. And I'm actually going to be doing an entirely different vlog on one day in Vancouver, Canada. So that will not be in this vlog, so stay tuned for that other vlog. If you're in Washington and you want to come check out Vancouver, it's a super easy drive to get up here, so definitely go check out that vlog. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow for more Washington. So we're back in Washington and our very last day here, and we are in Seattle. So excited to be here, explore the city. We had an amazing time in Vancouver, so definitely check out that vlog if you ever want to go to Vancouver, Canada from Washington, because it's so beautiful. But our first stop this morning before we got to downtown was to see the Fremont Troll. So a fun little gem there hidden. So let's go explore Seattle.
So before we got too deep into Seattle, we decided to go have some brunch at the Tillicum Place Cafe.
We got an Eggs Benedict, which looks really good, blueberry and lemon Dutch baby. That was a perfect little brunch spot, real close to the Space Needle, so if you're in the area and you're looking for a little cozy cafe style place, highly recommend. Their Dutch babies are really good. So next stop is right in front of me, the Space Needle.
One of the many attractions known around the world is the 605-foot tall Seattle Space Needle.
We're on the Space Needle.
Once at the top, this has a rotating glass observation floor and an open air deck that gives you all the aerial views of Seattle.
The Space Needle was of course a must-do thing. So
I've had a few beers, but I haven't.
It's kind of weird up there with the moving floor. Yeah, I feel a little wobbly. It's weird. I don't know why. So we checked it off the list. And now onward.
Our next stop in Seattle was Pike's Place Market. This is Seattle's original farmers market filled with more than 200 shops selling everything from fresh fish, homemade soap, ceramics, and tons of different dining options. It kind of blew my mind how large it was and how busy it was. And one of the many stops here at the market is the gum wall, which is exactly what it sounds like, a wall covered in gum.
This is kind of gross in a way. I'm not participating. And here is the world's first Starbucks. And look at the line, you guys, seriously. And from the market, now we're by the waterfront.
Waterfront Park is where you'll find piers to Seattle's Great Wheel, the aquarium, and lots more shopping and dining options with views of Elliott Bay.
Alright, we just checked into our hotel before we keep going here in Seattle, and we are staying downtown in the west end of Seattle, and we have a beautiful city view from this room. So it's in a really good location, really walkable area. You can walk to the Space Needle, you go down to Pike's Market. It's in a good central location. When we're visiting big cities, we always like to make sure our hotel is city center, so it's very walkable, and the west is one of them. So if you're looking for a hotel, I would recommend this. Very, very nice room here. And I just realized the view from my room is the Escala building from 50 Shades of Grey. I think it was his office, no, his condo was from Escala, and we walked past it earlier, but I didn't look to verify. And then when I opened the shades, I'm like, wait a second, that's the building, and I verified it is. So we got 50 Shades of Grey guy, his condo right in front of us. So, oh yeah, that's where the red room was. Don't worry guys, there's no red room tonight in the West End. Alright, so we decided we're gonna go get some more food. Eat your way through Seattle, right? We're gonna go to Pike's Place Chowder for a little cup of chowder quick.
Pike's Place Chowder is Seattle's #1 spot for some New England clam chowder. There is a location in Pike's Market, however when we walked past it earlier, the line was to the next block, so we skipped that and found their second location, which is located in the Pacific Place Shopping Center.
There it is, you guys, the famous Pike's Place New England clam chowder. And it is. Yeah, that's really good. Chowder is definitely worth it. So you can get it here in this mall area, which is just a few blocks in, or you can get it down in Pike's Place. Either way, they're both the same. But just know if you're going downtown, you're probably gonna have a long wait.
Next up, we decided to end our evening in Seattle on a rooftop bar called The Nest.
Wow. Prettiest spot to have a drink in Seattle, I think.
This bar is located at the top of the Thompson Hotel, and the views are breathtaking and the drinks are delicious. I
highly recommend going to the Nest for a drink at the rooftop lounge there. Bring your sunglasses though, because it's like the sunset is right there and it was super bright. We were like the only ones that didn't have sunglasses, didn't even think about it, but such beautiful views, so highly recommend. And we had full intentions of going out for dinner tonight, but we're still full from our chowder and brunch, so we're definitely not eating our way through Seattle as we thought we were gonna. And that's a wrap on our 6 full days road tripping around the beautiful state of Washington. I hope you found this travel guide helpful with some of the best things to do, eat, and see in Washington. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know down in the comments, and be sure to check out my channel for even more travel guides. Thanks so much for watching, and wishing you an amazing time as you plan your trip to Washington State.